Out of the 8 billion podcasts that claim to talk about sports, 99% of them talk football and basketball. And that's about it. That's because they don't know about anything else. And they bore you to tears. Welcome to the Sportsocracy, the Ocho, where sports meets comedy, sports analysis, laughs, and the occasional debate that'll likely blow the roof off. We're rowdy and loud and bringing the party straight to your ears.
The party has arrived.
And by the way, you don't have to be a sports fan to like this show, because we're pretty damned awesome, even when we're not talking sports. From baseball to hockey to wrestling to the UFC and beyond, we love it, and we're talking about it. And now your hosts, Armchair, hailing from Canada. He's a sports encyclopedia. And Dubs, the quintessential masshole who's always down for some lively banter and a little bit of the green stuff. And we're not talking about the outfield grass. Let's rock this. This is the Sportsocracy, the Ocho.
Welcome back, Ocho fans. It is, of course, March 13th. I am Armchair Commentary, a.k.a. AC, a.k.a. David Smith. We got Dubs on the other side here. What's going on? How you feeling?
Fully mended. We are good. I was good by Friday. Thursday, we sweat out all the sickness, but I had whatever the fuck that shit from Contagion was.
Oh, yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
It wasn't a good scene. Dubs under the weather last week, and I wasn't feeling it. We also had, a little bit. I had my daughter's March break, so it was a good week to take off. Unfortunately, it was a bad week for sports because, boy, shit blew up.
As soon as we called it, we were like, probably not tonight. The NHL was like, mic drop.
Yeah,
so that's for you.
The Arno Durandos for Nathan Laguerre trades. Really blowing everybody. No, that's not the one. What about the other Capo Kakkonen? Not the Capo Kakko.
I'm a big Capo Kakko guy.
Capo Kakko's
the Finnish fuck slab himself.
Yes. Look, we had some things happen. We had the NHL trade deadline happen. And we're going to really spend probably the bulk of our time tonight talking about that because there are so many moves.
There's a lot to get into, a lot to assess. And like we talked about the last show, the trade deadline for hockey occurs so late. Like this is the playoff push. It's you make the moves, pick up shit where you're lacking, and then we got to get all hands on deck ASAP.
It gets real hairy real quick. But we have a little bit of breaking news. I'm not doing breaking news. We're not doing breaking news dances and songs like Old Tanker does. We're going to keep it on the down low here.
I got a soundboard, but it's not nearly as clean as theirs.
Yeah, we're not going to. Hey, the Yankees did not make a deal for a guy, pitcher.
Yeah, they did not. You know who did? Padres did.
The Padres sure did. Padres have.
They love making moves. Like they want to be the Dodgers so bad.
They really do.
They want to be the Dodgers so bad, and they just can't. They're going to be second, probably third, because the Giants will just find a way to do it. But it's crazy how much talent they add to that roster. It feels like every single year, and it doesn't matter. They get the same result every single season.
It's pretty impressive. So Dylan Cease gone over to the Padres, and he was rumored to be a Yankees target. Garrett Cole has got a little bit of
his Idris Elba
is no
shit's
good.
Dunzo. Trash. Got to go see all sorts of different doctors.
FYI, Blue Jays.
Everyone saw Alex Guerrero's doctor.
Blue Jays lit him up in spring training. It was like 8-2, and I LOL'd. And I know it's only spring training, but it was 8-2 against the Yankees, and that makes me feel good.
Yeah, it's still fun. And you haven't had baseball in so long. You're just like, yeah, there it is.
Let me ask you the question that everybody's asking right now. Do the Yankees sign Trevor Bauer and all that goes with them?
They're already the villains to everyone anyway, right?
We don't like I don't like Trevor Bauer. I just don't.
No.
I don't. I think regardless of what he's been accused of, I think he's a piece of shit human.
Agreed.
And I think he's not a good. I think he's not a good teammate. I think
Antonio Brown.
Yeah, I think he's a cancer for your clubhouse. And
it's like, yeah, he's really good. Could be awesome for your team, but do you really want to bring that in? Do you want to have that? Do you want to answer those media questions? No.
So,
is it worth
but the Yankees need pitching.
Sure do.
And
you know who else does?
This
guy.
Yeah, but you don't want this guy.
No, I don't want that guy. I want any guy. I want a guy that throws baseballs somewhere between 95 and 100 miles an hour, maybe 6 to 7 innings. 5. I just want a pitcher.
I'm not that guy.
Something you could be. Maybe back here. Let's get the shoulder going.
Exercise
bands.
I never touched like anything near that. I have a cannon from the outfield, but like I couldn't throw it on a line.
The hardest I've ever thrown was like 65.
Yeah, I think I'm probably about the same. I could throw it a real long distance, but most of that is in the air, like way up in the air. So, yeah.
I had one friend, shout out Adam. He threw close to 90 and had a curveball that would drop fucking to your knees.
I played in a league against a guy who was a former pitcher for the Expos, and let me tell you, when people are like, pro pitching is different.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you, it's real different.
I just saw some video a couple weeks ago. Some fucking guy at Barstool hit a pro pitcher.
Is it? God, is that the king of JUCO? Is that the guy?
I have no idea.
Do you know who that is?
No.
He does all baseball content. I don't know if he's a Barstool guy. He may be a different guy. He likes Trevor Bauer too, although he lit him up. But LOL at Barstool.
Yeah, it wasn't that guy.
No,
I know who you're talking about. It wasn't that guy. Yeah, some Barstool guy, but it's a lose-lose for the pitcher. Why the fuck would you agree to that? Either you strike out some fucking blogger and you're like, what did that do for me? Or you get like this happened and you get hit by a blogger and you're like, what the fuck just happened?
Like what went on here?
And it's like that pitcher's got the yips now. I'm pretty sure it was one of our guys. I think it was one of the guys we traded when we traded for Dugo.
Okay.
I think it was one of them. I'm not 100%. Right. I can't remember the dude's name. But regardless, that's got to fuck you up.
Yeah,
just like confidence-wise. No. And now you have to go down to spring training and hit real pitch. Like, everything I threw, I'd be like, they're fucking crushing this. There's no way.
How ready are you for opening day? I know your team is dog water right now, but baseball's baseball, man.
Yeah, I'm excited for the shit that goes into it. You know what I mean? Like I'm excited to see all the highlights. I'm really excited to bet on it again. But we're going to be so fucking bad, and we're just continuing to like let it happen. And I wanted to ask you this. This kind of good time to lead into it. But
yeah,
when is Scott Boras going to end this fucking holdout on all these like? It's absurd. We already saw it hit the bottom line and affect it with Bellinger.
2 guys, isn't it?
2 guys already. 2 guys. Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
So how long are we going to keep doing this? And Snell already came out and was like, I'll take a different, structure of a deal where I can get out of there. After I bet you will. And still nobody's called you. And you're a 2-time Cy Young winner. Like, we're getting close to the season. It's the middle of March, and there's still a bunch of top guys that are unsigned. You have Blake Snell, JD Martinez, Jordan Montgomery, Lorenzen. Like, these are all guys that were huge contributors on their team. Some of them are massive names, especially to people in my area. JD Martinez was here forever.
Yep.
We have the money. We can go get that guy. We just refuse to do it. It fucking drives me crazy. I want a right-handed power bat. Guess what? There was 8 in free agency, and he didn't touch them.
I wanted JD Martinez, but they didn't go for it. Instead, they brought home Canada's son, Joey Votto, which I'm fine with. I'm really okay with. Yeah, even if it's a PR marketing move, I don't care. It kind of feels like the right thing to do for the guy. Like,
why was Joey Votto getting hate in our Discord? What the fuck was that?
Okay.
I missed that, and I
got to be honest with you. So sometimes people say shit that's just stupid.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to do with it.
Joey Votto's been like a model citizen and player his entire career.
Have you ever met Joey Votto?
No, I don't. But
Me neither. So I couldn't tell you what Joey Votto was like as a human, and therefore I would not pass judgment on who he is as a person, saying things like he wore that shirt for clout or whatever. Just he's not a YouTuber. He's not an influencer. He's not doing things for clout. He's already a multi-millionaire. He's already done more for the community and kids in Cincinnati than anybody could ever ask for.
Right.
And now he's going to come to Toronto.
There's
and
never
he's
been a
gonna,
bad thing said about Joey Votto until the
No,
other day on our Discord, and I was like, "What is happening right now?"
Yeah, I didn't quite get where that was coming from. Kind of felt like just a personal attack of a like there. You know how I feel about the Tennessee Titans, where I'm just like, I hate that team, and people are like, why? And I'm like, I don't know, I just don't like their face. Just something about their face is so punchable.
I have so many teams like that. So
right, but maybe that's all it was. I don't get that. Whatever.
But
Joey Votto came home.
Awesome. The other thing with that is like, I miss like Joey Votto. When I think of that Triple Crown race with like Carlos Gonzalez, where there's like 3 different guys that could win the Triple Crown.
100%.
I just remember him being a fucking stud.
He was. He just came off. He just came off surgery. He's likely gonna start the year in AAA, and because he's late signing, like everyone. I don't know what the idea was. I blame Scott Boras for all of it, but here we are. The NHL trade deadline happened. Get us off baseball here because it's still spring training. So yeah, the NHL trade deadline happened. First of all, how you feeling about keeping the goalies?
I'm happy with that. I guess I wasn't super happy with our deadline at all.
It didn't really do much. Although you brought confirmed Stanley Cup 4 times.
Yeah, I can't wait to see like a Jack Edwards Pat Maroon interaction. That's probably going to go just swimmingly. But I don't know. It was not what I was expecting or hoping for, and especially with the way we've been playing lately, and just this skid we've been on. We haven't won 3 straight games in like 2 months.
Yeah,
like we're not a good team right now. We lose and we blow leads. We lose in overtime. We lose it like it's not great, and we really needed to boost the scoring because we're not getting it right now, and we didn't do that. And it's making those goalies look even worse and the defense look worse because we can't generate chances, and it just flips back the other end and they fucking score.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
We're not playing good at all. And what's Pat Maroon going to do to fix that? He's going to fight people?
He's
going to be a big body? He's going to screen the goalie?
3 Stanley Cup rings.
Awesome.
He's got 3 rings.
That doesn't help me.
It does when your team needs that leadership. It's not the same when you had everybody else on there. I mean, it's a younger team now. We'll see what happens. I think you should have traded one of your goalies, but everybody's happy they stayed. So
everyone is happy they stayed. I think they would have rioted if they didn't.
Yeah.
This is also coming from a guy who was like, I got goalies. Who wants a goalie? You want to trade a goalie? I'll trade a goalie.
Montreal also traded a goalie. Jake Allen gone.
Sure did.
About time. Finally. We've only been talking about that since.
Yeah. Insert the Rock meme. Finally.
Pretty ridiculous.
What was it, a 3rd or a 5th? I can't remember.
I thought it was a 3rd, but it could have been a 5th. Even if it was a 5th, it's fine.
Yeah. Either way, you got
assets for nothing.
Correct. A guy who
wasn't playing
for you, right?
He was not playing. He was not playing anytime soon.
He was just hanging out, and now he gets to go to a team where, I mean, they're not, but he could possibly be a playoff goalie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he could. He's got experience. He knows what to do. So, why don't we run over some of these, the bigger deals, and let's give letter grades for how you feel the trade is for each side.
Let's do it. I can roll through a few of these. I've got a bunch listed out. First off, because it pertains heavily to my bank account, the Dallas Stars, they got Chris Tanev, defenseman, and a goalie prospect, Cole Brady, in a 3-team trade with the Calgary Flames and the New Jersey Devils. Calgary got Artem Grushnikov, Dallas's second-round pick in 2024, a conditional third in 2026, and New Jersey got Dallas's fourth-round pick in 2026.
That's an A for Calgary.
I agree. Huge for Calgary. Anything they were doing, selling off pieces to acquire picks, was huge for them. And they've been doing it all season. It started with Zadorov to the Canucks, and it's just continued. But it's the best move for them. They need to restart.
I think that's a B for Dallas.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
It's not a horrible deal. It's a good. I mean, you
and then New Jersey just gets in there too. You know,
yeah,
they don't get a grade.
They don't get a grade.
No,
they're a contributor.
Yeah, I like it, and especially like Dallas really needed another top 4 D man, and Tanev is specifically what they needed.
I'm actually gonna give this a B+ because it's not the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Like it, I like that little added. We'll get to that in the power rankings.
Yes, we will.
I like that trade. Next up, Vegas Golden Knights. They acquired Anthony Mantha from MV Tau's Washington Capitals. They gave up a second-round pick in 2024 and a fourth-rounder in 2026. So 2 draft picks. Vegas just had a.
I think we can just classify all Vegas deadline deals as an A+.
Yeah, they won the deadline.
They own the deadline. Everybody else is just playing in their world.
And then they got Mark Stone doing the Kucherov.
LTIR come back.
Just wait until the playoffs.
How do you feel about that LTIR deal?
I don't like it.
I love it.
You love it?
I love it.
Just sit them out late till that. I like it for the players. Probably fucking love it. It's like, all right, I'll sit back and get healthy. Teams get to continue filling up the roster. Like
100%.
It makes sense, but it's annoying because it's cap manipulation, right? Like at the end of the day,
is it?
I guess not. I don't know.
It's part.
I'm not a fan of it.
It feels illegal.
It feels so illegal. I actually saw a meme the other day that was like, or a post the other day that was like, name something in sports that feels illegal,
but isn't.
And the top one was Boise State wearing all blues on the blue fields. You're like, that doesn't seem like it should be allowed. It doesn't
seem like it's fair at all. Right. Yeah.
But yeah, this was the one that came to my mind first.
LTIR.
I was like, yeah.
It's so.
Do you want to give a little brief?
Yeah. So teams are allowed to place players if they're not going to come back for the regular season on the long-term injured reserve, and basically what that means is. They're not going to play games, and their cap hit doesn't count towards their salary cap. So if in the case of Kucherov, it was like close to $8 million.
Right.
And I remember feeling a particular way about it while they were playing Montreal in the Stanley Cup Finals in the COVID year, thinking...
that's why I was like, you love it? You're all for it?
No, so I did. I didn't, but the more I thought about it, it's like, do I really... feel that way about it, or am I just pissed off because they beat my team because they were wholeheartedly more talented? Montreal was running on like
you had no business.
Nothing.
You're on the back of Carey Price.
Nothing but heart. It was literally like the grittiest, most ridiculous run ever, and I loved every second of it.
If it wasn't COVID times either, everyone would have been all over that run. It's like,
yeah.
The Canadians making this crazy gritty run to the finals, and it didn't get anything. Nobody gave a shit about it because it was the bubble.
Yeah. The more I think, but anyway, the players can come back for the playoffs.
My buddy just sent me a meme about the when games were doing the fake fans over Zoom and shit. Just what a time. That was a moment in history. Wild time to be alive. But yeah, the LTIR.
So they're allowed to come back for the playoffs, and it doesn't impact their salary cap. So you're allowed to technically have enough rostered players on your team that would be more valuable than your total salary cap. Las Vegas did this beautifully this season with Stone on LTIR. And did they have someone else on there too? Was Martinez on there?
Martinez is also on there.
Right. So Martinez
and they traded for Thomas Hertl.
Who's also on there.
Who's also on there.
The Thomas Hurdle one is the pièce de résistance, man. They went out and they got a guy who was not on anybody's board.
Nobody.
He wasn't on any trade boards, and they were like, "We'll take that one."
Yeah, give me that guy.
Like, that's not for sale, and they're like,
"He's hurt.
Sure, it is.
He's not for sale. He's broken parts. He's all used up." And then they were like, "No, that one.
No,
I want that one back there."
I take him, and then they got him, and it was ridiculous. The Anthony Mantha deal was good. I'm
Thomas
impressed.
Hurdle, I love too. I just remember his debut, 4 goals, just fucking smack that on the table. Welcome to the NHL.
He's going to be a great addition. They became probably the scariest team in the West.
I think on paper. On paper, I think they're without a doubt the best roster in the league right now.
Their goaltending's still a little.
Adin Hill's been awesome when he's healthy, though.
Sure, but he's not.
Yeah, correct.
And you're not getting a ton of time to rest until then because they need to win a bunch of games to keep in their position.
Yeah, because now they're like lower in the wild. They're in the second wild card spot right now.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, A+ for the Golden Knights.
Agreed. How about Capitals? All right, B, C. I don't know. Mantha's like you're just giving up at this point.
So I'll tell you that I'm giving the Caps a C overall on their deadline. They gave up a lot of stuff. They're moving on. They're rebuilding, but somehow they're still keeping Ovi around. Do you think they could have dealt Ovi? You think he would have gone for it? There was rumblings out of Pittsburgh that Sid was like, "If you have to deal me, it's okay." Like he was like,
"For the good of the
team." For the good of the team, if you had to deal me to, I don't know, like say Colorado, where I could play with my best buddy Nathan McKinnon, who I work out with every summer and grew up with in my home province. It'd be fine. Just like a total contender would be absolutely okay if you had to for the rebuild. I wonder if they could have done it. I wonder if they could have moved on from Ovi. It would have been a huge swing.
It would have been hard. I'm curious to see what Tal thinks about that. But I feel like they can't. Like, what else do they have right now? They only have Ovi.
Nothing.
That's like
they got rid
the only thing that's getting somebody in the building. Just from like a team, like selling tickets, having a profit standpoint, I don't think you could do it.
They could always play the Arizona model.
Yeah. Go play at a college arena for a couple of years till we figure something out. Maybe we'll get better.
Maybe we'll get better.
Kick that down the road. See what happens with it.
Future me loves this problem.
Which kind of in the same elk. Did we talk about the A's stadium, the rendering?
We didn't. We will though. We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. We got to talk about that. That shit looked crazy. Yeah. But anyway, next up, I got the Florida Panthers getting Vladimir Tarasenko from the Ottawa Senators for a conditional 4th-round pick in 2024 and a 3rd-round pick in 2025. Also, let me just go ahead and say he had 3 points last night against the Stars.
Yeah. Let me remind you.
3 points in his debut.
Tarasenko was a sought-after trade piece for the last 3 deadlines. When he signed in Ottawa, I was like, oh, well, now he's just going to stay here and try and do something. Ottawa is supposed to be better, and they're not. But
eject button.
How bad do you have to be to just get completely offload all that stuff? You're just Tarasenko, remember that guy we signed? Yeah, we're going to get rid of him.
You heard me a 3rd and a 4th? Let's do it.
I heard Tkachuk was on the line. He was
really?
On the table. Yeah.
I didn't hear that. That would have been crazy.
Yes.
Because they were telling everyone that we're going to compete this year. We're going to be better. We have the pieces. You didn't do shit. You did the Tim Robinson. I didn't do fucking shit. Nothing. Red Sox offseason.
Yeah.
Nothing.
That's brutal. So Tarasenko for conditional picks.
That's wild. And again, he's already fucking killing it in Florida. Who now has a top 6 of Tkachuk, Bennett, Reinhart.
They re-signed Forsling. They have Forsling in there who's been incredible this year.
Absurdity.
Yeah, they're real good.
Barkov, Reinhart, Verhaeghe, Bennett, Tarasenko, Tkachuk. That's your top 6.
Yeah.
That's nasty.
And your goaltending is real good.
Also, Bob Rob just like decided he was the best goalie in the league again.
Bobrovsky was
he took 3 years where he's just like, I don't care. And then against us last year, when we fucking just had the all-time choke, he was like, actually, I remember how to play hockey.
Kind of feels like goalie o'clock, I guess I should start to play.
Yeah, I should probably. And then he hasn't looked back. He's just been a dog since then.
He doesn't care about Vesnas and stuff. He only waits. He's doing the reverse LTIR, where he's not actually being injured. He's just not playing well.
Yeah.
It's like it's the Samsonov move. It's the like play bad enough to not go all the way down. Though.
Right.
Like he's like, I'm going to stay at the big club, but like they're not going to want to play me for the first half of the year. And then when we get to the playoffs, I'm just going to play I'm going to play 20 of the last 30 games, get in.
Do you think he told Alex Lyon? He was just like, as soon as you fuck up, I'm flipping the switch. I'm back. You better not fuck up.
I think he was very happy to have Alex Lyon shoulder a bunch of the workload.
A shitload.
For most of the season, only to have Bobrovsky come in and turn on the Vesna Jets. Yeah.
And then this year, the like management didn't fall for it. They're like, nah, I know it's in there. You're fucking playing.
You think you're going down? Not happening.
No. You thought you had Lion's gone. Got rid of him. Don't want him.
No.
He's bad too. Him and fucking what's his face from the Sabres? Why can't I think of his name right now?
Oh God, you hate him.
I hate him. I fucking hate him. He's so bad. It's just because I bet on them one time and he was horrific. And then the Bruins blew him out the next night, and I was like, yeah, this guy sucks.
Over.
I can't remember his fucking name.
That's
regardless. Colorado Avalanche. They did a shitload of moves. I think they gave up 4 or 5 different picks. They got first off Sean Walker from Philadelphia.
That was a big move. That's an egg.
That was a big one. They got for a 5th round pick, or no, they got a 5th round pick back with Walker. So there's Walker and a 5th for Ryan Johansson and a conditional 1st in 2025.
Does Ryan Johansson wear the biggest L for this trade deadline?
Yeah. He had to go with a 1st round pick.
He was on a contending team. He was was he 3C? Like he is 2nd or 3rd line center.
He was 2nd C. He went all the way down to 4th, and then he was just starting to pick it up a little bit. I think he had a 2-goal night the last time we did the show, and then they just got flipped.
And then Philly was like, "I'm going to be honest, I don't really want you, and it doesn't work towards." They were like, "We're not even going to keep you." They were trying to flip him, and no one wanted him. So after acquiring him, they were like, "Hey, we'll take this guy. Someone will surely want him." And the answer was nope. And then now they have to release him. That's bad. F.
Talk about a confidence shattering.
F for the Flyers.
There. F for the Flyers. Bad trade. And then the Avalanche also got Casey Middlestat from the Buffalo Sabres for defenseman Bowen Byram. So they brought in Sean Walker, moved out Bowen Byram, who didn't they re-sign him last offseason or 2 offseasons ago?
I like Byram.
I do too.
He's going to play well. He played well in Buffalo already.
Yeah.
I think he scored or had a primary in his first game there. So good for him.
I like Middlestat for them, though, too.
Love Middlestat for them. Colorado improved. Vegas improved.
Well, I think I have one more Colorado deal. Maybe I don't. No, I don't. The other one, it was somebody from the Wild. Durain, something. But
didn't Dumba get traded?
Dumba got traded from the Coyotes to who was it?
Not Toronto.
No, not Toronto.
Fantastic. Hold on, I got it here.
Tampa Bay.
Right. What was the comp on that again?
6th or 7th. It was a very late pick. It was nothing.
Okay, so let's break this down. Toronto on March 8th. No, on the 8th got Connor Dewar for a 2026 4th round pick. And Dmitry Ovechnikov. Okay.
Yep.
Connor Dewar who everybody knows.
I hardly know her.
Yeah, absolutely no Connor. Nobody knows Connor Dewar. Okay, nobody knows who that is. Even the like sabermetrics folks, like the big time stat geeks, were like, that's definitely a deal. Like things definitely happened there. You couldn't afford the comp to get Dumba.
It was less.
That's bad.
It was fucking less than what you gave up for Dewar.
Yeah, it's bad. That's a bad deal.
Dewars.
Toronto did get Joel Edmondson, which I liked, and they only gave up 2 picks.
That was a good move. They re-signed Bobby McCann the other day too, or today. Can't remember if it was yesterday or today. But the Maple Leafs missed out defense, and they're limited by the cap. But again, like you said, you're telling me you couldn't go get Dumba
for that?
100%.
You couldn't have found a way to do that.
And if you come back with Dumba and Edmondson, you find a way to get both of them, which again you could have. That looks like such a better deadline. You're like, all right, I got 2 viable defensemen that I like, second line guys that I can plug in here. Nope, we're just gonna stay with the top heavy fucking bullshit. And Wall and Samsonov keep going back and forth. Can't figure out which one of them is gonna do anything.
Yeah.
I'll see you in the first round. We're gonna have a battle of mediocrity. It's gonna be awesome.
How'd you feel about the Jake Gensel trade?
I liked it. I think Carolina
Gensel and Ty
it.
Smith. Carolina absolutely needed it. For Michael Bunting, LOL, Vili Koivunen, Vasily Ponomorov, Krus Lucius, amazing name, a conditional 2024 first, a conditional 2024 fifth. And the Penguins are keeping 25% of Gensel's salary. That's a solid deal for Carolina. Pittsburgh.
Is this Pittsburgh rolling over? Are they dead?
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally.
Then why do you not fucking get rid of somebody? Why do you not get rid of Crosby or Malkin?
They'll do it later. Do it later. Clean my room later, Mom.
God. I guess, dude. They're gonna have to do it eventually.
The other one that I wanted to touch on was Adam Henrique to the Oilers for just picks. That's a huge pickup. Adam Henrique, Sam Carrick, and a 2024 7th for the Oilers' first round pick and a conditional 2025 fifth.
You forgot unsigned goalie Ty Taylor.
Yes. Yeah. Just tossed in there.
I got the Rangers getting Wenberg too.
Also an important deal.
Yeah.
It was a good.
Tyler Toffoli.
Toffoli was a nice move. Basically everybody. So let's go through who's actually improved and who did not.
Okay. Let's do it.
Because there's some really good moves here. So in the East, hold on, I'm going to pull up standings because I don't want to spoil power rankings. Florida improved. Yeah.
Yep.
Boston.
Even.
Yeah. They didn't get better or worse. Maple Leafs did nothing.
Yeah. I'll say even as well.
Yeah. Tampa
Lightning.
Bay.
Even.
Detroit.
They did absolutely. I don't think they made a single move.
I thought they sold. They sold a bit, didn't they?
I don't think so. I think
Buffalo sold.
Montreal sold. Senators sold.
Yeah. Rangers.
The Red Wings are fucking imploding. Like, I know they didn't make a move, but that's almost a win for them because they're clearly not doing shit this year.
Yeah. Rangers improved.
Yep, big time. They filled in everybody that went down with injuries for the Rangers was replaced at the deadline.
Yeah.
So I feel like they had a fantastic deadline as well.
Hurricanes improved.
Yep.
Flyers got worse.
Flyers did get worse.
They're third place in the Metro. How'd you get worse?
I know.
Islanders.
But they're another team that's playing with house money right now, too. Nobody really expected them to be doing this.
Islanders are break even. Caps sellers. Devils sellers, which I thought was fascinating.
It was.
Penguins and Jackets both sellers.
Although didn't they get Allen? Didn't he go to the Devils, or am I wrong?
No, he went to the Devils.
Oh, okay.
It's not really.
It's not buying. No, you're right. They didn't give up a first or a second round pick, but
Like
they got rid of Vanacek too. So like, you go, and then we'll go with Jake Allen.
In the West, Dallas, slightly better.
Yeah, the Tanev move alone for me is.
Winnipeg is better. 2 moves, Toffoli and Monahan.
Yep.
Colorado's
agree. And they didn't really give up. They gave up a third. Oh no, third and a second.
Yeah, and they gave up the big picks for Monahan. So.
Right.
Colorado definitely got better.
Yep.
Nashville stood pat.
Colorado gave up so much draft capital though, and they already have. And we didn't mention Landeskog. Did you see that announcement?
I didn't.
They said that he's possibly coming back before the playoffs. They have a date set, and they're not pushing him anytime before that. He's not allowed to skate before that date, and they're going to see what happens.
Yeah.
I wouldn't let that guy heal. He had 2 surgeries on his knee in a year.
Yeah.
And he's still like relatively young. Like
the only other one that I'm puzzled by are the LA Kings. How'd you do nothing?
No, because they did nothing. I think they're another team that knows that they're not where they should be, because they have Dubois, who's doing fucking jack shit, and the rest of their like, what were they gonna bring in that would completely change? Like, you're not gonna get past Colorado, you're not gonna get past Vancouver, you're probably not gonna get past the Jets or the Stars.
No.
So I don't fault them for staying put.
No. All right. I think that about does it for. You got any notes on trades? You want to talk trades?
I just have a couple more. Kyle Okposo went to the Panthers. So I just butchered his name because I fucking misspoke there.
It's good enough.
Kuznetsov went to the Capitals went to the Hurricanes from the Capitals for a 3rd round pick in 2025.
Fresh start for that guy. He needs it.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, I think that's it.
All right. We don't have a top of the tops this week, but
talk F1 for a sec.
I want to talk F1. Let's talk F1 for a sec.
Ollie Bearman, the Bearman pig.
Man Bear Pig, the Bearman pig.
Carlos Sainz gets appendicitis. In comes 18-year-old Ollie Bearman, and he fucking killed it.
He was great.
He was awesome. He was electric. What did he get, 7th?
Yeah,
he finished higher than Hamilton. He moved up 4 spots from where he qualified, and he got, after his last pit stop, he got faster every single lap.
Yeah, he drove the shit out of the car. Part of that is straight up fear. Just
100%. I like watching laps, like no audio and shit.
Yeah.
Just like from the drive. It's so fucking scary, and you're not even the one in the car.
Yeah.
So how close they get to the corners, everything. Oh my god.
The reaction time is ridiculous, and people are like, they must be able to drive that. I'd be able to. No, you wouldn't. You would not.
You fucking would not.
Let me just.
You would get a 5-minute lap on that course.
You would not be able. Well, you wouldn't be able to get a 5-minute lap because the car would let you go that slow.
Yeah, facts. It wouldn't.
Whenever they bring out the safety car and they're like, the safety car's come out and he's doing, and you're like, they're like, he's down to 120 kilometers an hour, and you're like, what the fuck? You
down?
That's like highway speeds. What are you talking about? Slow down to like regular old traffic speeds for the rest of us. They're like, it's 140. No big deal. Good for him. Shout out.
Do you think? So we all like. Is there any regret now that like you put Lewis in that seat and you have this kid that just fucking killed it at 18?
No, because this happens all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, Logan Sargent came in and did a pretty good job.
Liam Lawson last year with
Oscar Piastri came in.
Piastri's a beast, though.
I know he is. He is now, but when he came in, he was driving scared, do the same thing. Rookies come in all the time. George Russell did it when he was first called up. Like, all these guys do it. Noah Lawson, like all those guys, they all play the game. Liam Lawson, sorry, all do the game, and they play well, and you get your points and you're happy about it. Except for Mick Schumacher did not. He just crashed cars.
Name alone.
Make
Tough.
the real man.
That like Haas with Mazepin
Gene.
and Mick is just such a fucking.
I have to call Gene. Oh man, yeah. Is Max going to lose a race this year?
I was just going to say I didn't like. I expected Red Bull to be like in the lead again. I expected Max to win the championship again, but back-to-back 1-2s to start with like zero competition.
It's just sad, man. It's hard to watch sometimes.
It's so hard, dude.
Because I just want it. I want the front of the pack. Everybody's like, "Oh,
I like Red Bull. I like Max, but holy fuck, dude! I want if I'm watching a race, I want to see a race.
Yeah,
everyone's just competing for third. It's wild.
Give me some rain. We're gonna need some like big weather events here.
Yeah.
To get
something crazy, something to spice it up.
Yeah, I need someone to spice it up.
I feel for Charles Leclerc.
A little bit. I feel for him, but also like I don't really love Charles Leclerc.
I don't either. He's kind of a douche, but like you're that good and you're just never gonna win because you're at Ferrari and Max is Max.
Yeah.
Horner out before Australia?
Yeah.
You think so?
No.
No, you think he's staying?
Yeah, I think he's staying. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I want him to be out because I don't like the guy, but
right.
The
drama is crazy to me. Every fucking day there's something else going on with Red Bull, and you're just like, Jesus Christ! It's like a reality TV couldn't even write itself this well.
We get the Players Championship starting tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. Players Championship. You do much PGA DFS ever?
I don't do DFS ever, but I'll do I'll put some DraftKings money down on it sometimes. Like it's really easy to hit top 10 bets for golf. You just be like, all right, that guy's plus like 180. Let's put fucking $50 down on it. You know what I mean?
I love some DFS golf.
I've never even thought about DFS golf. How the fuck do you just pick 5 dudes?
That's pretty much what you do.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be easy, yeah.
Yeah, you think it's easy. It's not. Obviously,
no?
If it was easy, everyone.
I mean, yeah, if it's easy,
yeah.
Right.
But
like
look at.
I feel like the betting top 10s is easy. Winners or not. I hit one winner last year, and I was fucking hyped. I remember texting my buddy. I was like, let's fucking go. It was the one Ricky Fowler won. I was like, let's go, Ricky Fowler. He's going to fucking do it. He was like, I bet Ricky Fowler. We had no idea. Then we were both rooting for him. But yeah, I like betting on golf occasionally. I don't watch it, can't watch it, won't play it till my knees don't work anymore. But
I love playing golf. I love playing golf.
Everybody that does it loves it. And I'm like, I can't. I have juice left in these legs. I got to use it.
You definitely have to use it.
Yeah, I can't just go get fucking drunk on the golf course every weekend. I'm not saying that's what everyone's doing when they're playing golf. I understand it's.
I mean, you could.
Yeah. So my friends that are my age, if they're going to play golf, they're just going to get fucked up.
Yeah.
And like again, I got juice left. Got to use it up. I got to play basketball until I physically cannot. Then we'll switch to the golf.
Yeah, I like playing golf. Everybody has Rory being. Everybody has Rory being the guy to miss, which I feel for him. I feel for Rory because I feel like he should probably be better than he is, but he plays really well. He just doesn't get anywhere. That's kind of a problem,
He'd be dropping DFS golf lineups in the newsletter.
Well, I don't think I can because it starts tomorrow morning. So, they're picky about that.
They are. They're very precise with their times.
But I like Wyndham Clark as a long shot, and Hideki Matsuyama as always. He's
Wyndham Clark won me some money
top
last year.
top 10 lock. Wyndham Clark.
Yep,
No,
love
top
it.
10 lock. Hideki Matsuyama. Big fan. Newsletter will be back in full force Friday. It's just been one of those again. Those weeks we were
All good.
MIA last week, so
Had the illness.
had the illness. You want to do some top 16? We're condensing the power rankings now that we are post
playoff
deadline.
time, baby.
It's playoff time, so we got to condense the power rankings. We're also going to be starting our MLB stuff. It's coming close to opening day. We'll have power rankings for that, and then we still got to get
our draft done at some point too.
Yes, yeah, we do.
So I'm gonna start with 16, but I'm gonna do like a little shout out to the Islanders because they were just on a 6 straight games with points.
Yeah.
And the Red Wings are not doing that. They are currently imploding. However, I have the Red Wings at 16 because I think they're the better overall team. I've kind of thrown shade at the Islanders all year, but I needed to give them a little shout out there. So 16 is the Red Wings. We talked about their 5-on-5 numbers a lot this season and how they were overperforming. They're winning games they shouldn't. Mm-hmm. That finally stopped. They've lost 6 straight games, all in regulation. They've been outscored 32-11 in that stretch, and they just lost 7-3 to the Sabres, which is not good. We do not want to be doing that. Not to the Sabres.
Not to Buffalo.
That's getting beat up by her little brother.
Oh, no, Buffalo.
Number 15, I've got the Flyers, which we need to talk about, Torts.
2 games.
2 games is bullshit. He should not have been suspended. Give him the fine.
How do you suspend him for 2 games? Do you remember when Shane Pinto got
fighting with the fucking like?
Remember when Shane Pinto got 41 games for? Yeah, we don't know. He just he broke a rule, like he broke a mystery rule in the league, and they were like, "Yeah, you're gone." 41, you got like is half a season or whatever it is. The rest of the
gambling.
Year. It says gambling, but like they didn't say specifically what he was doing. And then the league was like, "Hey,
I didn't remember, so I had to look it up."
Hey, Torts, you can't argue with those guys, and I'm like, you can't. Steve Dangle podcast had a great point about this, where they talked about how in Major League Baseball, your manager comes out and argues.
That was exactly what I was gonna say.
And then the umpire throws you out, and then the manager continues for a good like 3 or 4 minutes, possibly throwing dirt, maybe stealing a base,
spitting on the base. Yeah,
like we've seen everything from guys pretending they're in the army crawling
Bobby
on
Cox.
The dirt.
Bobby Cox was the best.
Bases ripped out and taken out, and bases gone. I'm taking it with me.
Taking it with me. This is mine.
How do you give Torts 2 games for that?
He didn't leave the bench. He didn't make contact with the referee. He didn't do fucking shit other than a verbal altercation. There's no reason they should have gotten a 2-game suspension for that. Again, give him a fine, whatever. You already ejected him from that game. And like you brought up the MLB thing, you get ejected in the MLB, you get your fucking money's worth. Get ejected in any sport, you get your money's worth. At that point, all bets are off. You're like, all right, I'm going to say what the fuck I'm going to say, and then I'm going to leave. And Torts, they ejected him from the bench. They gave him the 5-minute misconduct, and then he sits there on camera and he goes, no, I'm not leaving. And you can see it clear as day on his lips. He goes, I'm not fucking leaving. You're going to have to drag me out of here.
Torts is the DiCaprio meme.
Oh, yeah, it was the best. I'm not leaving. It's the best. I was living for it. If I could fucking bottle that shit up and have a sip of it every morning before work, I'd be fucking golden. But the fact that they suspended him is horseshit. It really is. 100%. And you see the Flyer CEO said he'd pay the fine.
Yeah,
he was like, "I'm paying that." That's Torts isn't paying that. Love that. Good. Huge move.
Good.
But yeah, the Flyers are at 15 after my sidetrack there. They lost Sean Walker at the trade deadline, and we already talked about how bad of a deadline they had. That was while they have 3 defensemen already hurt. Ristolainen's out, Drysdale's out, and Sealer's out. That's 3 different defensemen already gone from your blue line, and you're going to send Walker out the door. Now Torts is suspended 2 games. I think they are just sealed their. I've been saying all year that they will, and I think they just fucking booted themselves out.
I don't think they are. I don't think they make it.
I gotta look at the standings. Who do you think replaces them? If you had to pick your Eastern Conference playoffs right now, what would they be?
Hold on, I gotta look at standings because
that's exactly what I'm doing.
I need to see where everybody is.
So currently, we've got Panthers, Bruins, Maple Leafs, Rangers, Hurricanes, Flyers.
Yeah,
and then we've got Lightning, and then the Red Wings and Islanders are tied for the last spot.
Yeah.
So if the Flyers were to go out, it would have to be to the Capitals.
It's the Islanders and the Capitals. So the Islanders are 4th in the Metro.
Yeah.
The Islanders will pass Philly if they can get it together. The Capitals are probably not that team. And they're the next closest thing. Well, Jersey's 66 points. And they're only 1 game in hand on the Flyers. The Capitals are 3 games in hand. That's what they got going for them.
Yeah.
But I think the Devils, I think the Islanders are both better teams. I think that
I agree.
You're looking at that.
I don't agree with the Islanders. I think the Devils are.
So the Sabres aren't going to be that team.
No.
I think the Devils could do it. I think the Wings could do it. Because if
are
right
you penciling Tampa in then?
Yeah,
okay.
I think Tampa's in. I think Tampa's in. I don't see how Tampa could not be in. They're just getting better.
And Kucherov's on a fucking mission.
I don't see. I mean,
they're also the Lightning are 14th in power rankings, by the way.
Yeah, look, the Lightning. So here's the thing: the Atlantic is pretty well locked up. I mean, there's a bunch of games left. There's 18 games left. Whatever. It could be. It's like 12. It's like 12 or whatever. I'm bad at math.
Bruins have 15 left.
Bruins have 15. Okay, so the Maple Leafs have they have 3 more, and they have 82 points, and the Lightning have 74. With 17 games left.
Bruins have 15, and they have the least amount out of anyone in the NHL.
Yeah, but they have 91 points, so they're not getting beat by Tampa.
And Florida still has more.
Yes, they're not getting beat up by Tampa. Tampa and Detroit could both get in realistically. That could be how it goes.
I like it. Number 13, I've got the LA Kings. And I'm just going to take this time to shit on Pierre-Luc Dubois a little bit more. 1 goal and 1 assist in his last 10 games. This is Pablo Sandoval levels of waste of money.
It's kind of ridiculous.
He hasn't done shit all year. I feel like every time we do this show, I have a stat like the one I just read. And guess where the Kings are lacking the most? They're a really good team. They can't score goals. They paid a guy to score goals, and he refuses to do it.
Be real nice if they actually scored.
Yeah. They could be really fucking good. Remember the start of the season? When they're getting all the bottom tier production? Now they're not, and they need their top guys to show up, and
one point they were
feet up.
Yeah,
they were one. They were 1.
It's crazy.
Number 12, the Nashville Predators. They lost 9-2 to the Stars the other night. They brought in Jason Zucker and Bavillier, a couple of nice rentals that we didn't touch on during the trade deadline portion. But Preds have been playing really good. They have not lost in regulation in 12 games.
That's real good.
Yeah. They're shooting themselves up into a playoff spot in the West. And GMs were like, yep, let's go get Zucker, Bavillier, anything we can add in here for cheap, and let's try to make a Montreal level grit run to the finals.
I don't know if we'll go there. People I like that run because of Carey Price. That was it.
Carey Price had the team and the city on his back.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
Number 11, the Maple Leafs. Super talented, one of the best offensive teams in the league. Matthews is easily going for 60. Probably going to get, not probably, but could get the Hart again.
Yep.
It's the back end defense, goalie. We touched on it when we were talking about their moves. They didn't do enough.
Is Matthews your vote for Hart?
No, I think it's McKinnon.
I think it's McKinnon too.
I think he's third. I think it's McKinnon, Kucherov, Matthews.
I think it's crazy that he's not. But
it's crazy you can score 60 goals and not be.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like,
right.
I don't understand how, like, it doesn't make sense in my head.
That's how good Nathan McKinnon is.
It's just been one of those seasons, man. McKinnon's been on a tear.
He has had a goal. He's had not a goal, but a point in every single home game this year.
It's hard not to lock him into your DFS lineups either. So,
yeah, must have. Number 10, the Bruins. I mentioned them earlier. We haven't strung together 3 wins since mid-January.
91 points, baby.
91 points, and just gonna hang on to that.
Yeah,
because not getting much more. We're still top 10 in goals allowed, power play percentage, penalty kill percentage, and save percentage. We're a good team. We're not a championship team.
We'll see.
We didn't make the moves to be one either. So
hashtag Pat Maroon.
I had a sour taste in my mouth with the Bruins right now.
Yep.
Number 9, Vegas Golden Knights, and they're just going to keep climbing from here, I think.
I think so.
Awesome deadline. We've spent a lot of time on them. They're playoff bound. They just got to, once they're healthy, this team's going to be a problem.
Big time.
8, Oilers, Connor McDavid. 100-point mark. Again, 4th straight season, 7th time in his career. Last time somebody had 4 straight 100-point seasons was, Armchair, any guesses? 1992. I'll give you the year.
Mario Lemieux?
Nope.
Yager?
One's a GM in the NHL right now.
Danny Briere?
Steve Yzerman.
I was going to say Vinny LeCavalier?
Brett Hull. Okay. They both did it in 92-93 for the 4th time.
It's amazing.
Number 7, the Avs. Nathan McKinnon, again, like I said, just a dog. 1 point in each of Colorado's 32 home games this year. 3 games at home last week for the Avs. They went 3-0.
Yeah, they were real good.
They're so good. And they just got better at the deadline.
Yes,
Fuck those picks. They're just going to keep winning.
Mm-hmm.
And if they end up getting Landeskog back and he can actually play, it's a pipe dream. I don't think it's going to happen. I wouldn't do it. I don't want them to.
Yeah.
But if for some miracle work of God he's able to play in the playoffs, that team's so good. The only thing that worries me is goalie.
Yep.
And I believe he's got the most starts out of anybody in the league right now.
I think you're correct.
That worries me. But outside of that, awesome team. Jets. They just won 1-1 against the Kraken. Shutout win. And then they got shut out by the Canucks. Tough look. I feel like they're just going to be like the little brother of the West this year. They're really good. Team's awesome when they're all playing good. Like that whole Hellebuyck streak with the 2 goals allowed. But they don't have enough to me to get past a Vancouver or the Knights.
They really don't.
They're just not talented enough. They get hot, and Hellebuyck's one of the best goalies on the planet, but it's not enough for me. Number 5, the Canes. Most of the season, they were real weak at goalie. Kochetkov's been a beast for the last month, maybe 2. 6.19 goals above average he's saved.
Yeah.
Been awesome lately. So they decided to not go with goalie at the deadline. They went and got Jake Gensel. We'll see if Canes can stay hot. But
we'll see.
He was really good. We always talk about the coaching.
Well, they just need to be healthy. Health is it. That's their biggest hang up right now.
Number 4, the Canucks. They were playing not so great at the end of February, but they've gotten back on track. They've won 4 straight. Quinn Hughes is picking it up again. Vancouver is fantastic. I think they're outside
They're
of
so good.
They're gun to my head. It's a Vancouver, Vegas, Western Conference, and it's going to be fucking epic. I hope it's not. I hope it's the Stars, but we'll see. Number 3, the Stars. Chris Tanev, huge move for them. They had a really tight loss to Florida last night, but they looked good. If that was your Stanley Cup final, that would be a fucking awesome series.
Yeah, it would be.
That game was great last night. Number 2, Rangers, 13-2-1 since February 1st. They've allowed 19 goals at 5-on-5 during that time. Killing it. Igor Shesterkin, back in the Vezina conversation. That span I just said since February 1st, he's 7-0 with a 95 save percentage, 1.72 goals against.
It's kind of ridiculous.
Disgusting. He's superhuman.
Yeah.
Mika's starting to pick it up on top of the other guys. They added a lot of pieces to make up for injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Rangers are right there again. Not super happy about it, but they are. And less happy about the Florida Panthers. Number 1 again, and then now they got Tarasenko, and I don't know what to do.
I'm sorry.
It pains me deeply. Watching them beat the Stars last night was like the cherry on top. It was like when Mac Jones lost to Derek Carr. I was just like, well, this is the end of my.
Yeah. R.I.P. Mac Jones.
They're 2, Evan. They're 2.
Yeah, Rangers not 1. America's team. Yeah, you know what that means, though. Well, you don't want to be.
You don't want to be America's team.
You don't want to be
Evan.
America's team.
You don't want it. You know what happens to America's team?
Game of the week this week on March 14th, the Carolina Hurricanes and Florida Panthers are playing at the same time as the aforementioned America's team plays on Tampa Bay.
Love that.
Shesterkin versus Vasilevsky is expected for Rangers Lightning. That's
Titans.
It's a hell of a matchup. Freddie Anderson versus Bob. And
Predators up 2-0 on the Jets right now, by the way.
Yeah, it'll be good. Yeah. Blues up on the Kings as well.
Hurricanes Maple Leafs on Saturday. That looks pretty good too.
Yeah, it looks good.
Lightning Panthers on Saturday.
It's a good one, man.
Got some good games this week. Playoff push. Got some shit going on.
Yeah. We got a Stone Stories before we get out of here?
I do. It was gonna be. Did you see the that Boeing guy? Boeing whistleblower?
No.
Oh fuck. Maybe I'll pivot real quick. I was looking at this guy that drove his snowmobile into a shrouded Black Hawk American government issued helicopter. But yeah, let's do this. So, former longtime Boeing employee, he raised concerns over like safety issues with planes last week. He worked for the company for like 40 something years, super high up. John Barnett, 62, died on March 9th from what appears to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Earlier in the week, he was testifying in court about Boeing and giving information about how they were basically like streamlining planes out there. They weren't testing safety shit. They knew there were problems with like oxygen masks and other shit. And they were just like, no, send it out there anyway. Also, it's a fucking plane. There's one thing we should be testing to make sure it's safe. It's a fucking plane. That's like 100, 150 people bang like that. We don't want that. No. And this guy, police incident report says officers were dispatched to conduct a welfare check at a Holiday Inn in Charleston, South Carolina, shortly before 10:20 a.m. on Saturday. When they arrived, responding officers found Barnett in the driver's seat of a truck in the parking lot with a gunshot wound to the head. He was holding a handgun, pronounced dead at the scene. Police report said there was a piece of paper found next to him that looked like a note. Report noted that the hotel received a phone call from a Rob who requested the welfare check on his coworker, John Barnett. He was unemployed. Just something to think about. No, nothing to see here at all. Super
Nothing.
Unfortunately.
No mysterious
that couple seconds of footage was unavailable.
We happened to not have the cameras on at that exact moment.
Yeah, and then that's exactly when he died. It's just crazy how life works like
that. There's nothing worse for a conspiracy theorist at heart for when something works out like that.
It's for real.
Like when you're like, God damn it.
I used to be way worse with it, and now I'm just like, it's whatever.
That is what it is.
That one's weird.
That one just,
that one's weird. They just like full on fucking Russian government in that guy.
100% right.
That was wild.
The Russian government was my favorite one. Because there's two now where he was like the guy that was trying to do the coup. They were like, no, we've agreed. We're now friends. And we're like,
good.
Are you sure? And he's like, yeah, I'm just going to put him on a plane to Belarus. And then like not 20 minutes later, they're like, guys, bad news. The plane crashed. You're not going to believe this.
Yeah, you're not going to believe this. My best friend just went down in a plane over Belarus.
Very sad about it. And then the opposition leader who they had arrested and detained for being opposed to him also mysteriously died. Oops. This is how politics work. Hey, we got it's NHL playoff push time. It's Major League Baseball starting time. WWE is doing all sorts of ridiculous things right now. Players'
He was supposed to testify that morning. Come on. They ended it the night before because it was going too late. Was supposed to come back the next morning. Yeah. No way. Bullshit. I call bullshit.
I want to end on
people.
I want to end on this one question for you.
Let's do it.
Jake Paul, Mike Tyson.
Yeah. I just watched back.
Would you fight Mike Tyson now?
No, never. I wouldn't look at him wrong ever.
How do you like
that man is crazy.
I don't know how you figure this is so this is going to be a big draw for sure. It's going to win. They will sell it.
Netflix. You seen that Tom Segura stand up where he's talking about meeting Mike Tyson on the plane? That's how I say Netflix now. Netflix. I've been watching a lot of Netflix.
I don't see how this ends well for him.
No. Either you knock out a 60-year-old Mike Tyson and everyone gives you no credit, or you get knocked out by 60-year-old Mike Tyson and they're like, see, I told you weren't a real boxer.
Geriatric Mike Tyson.
That's a fact. I just put a bunch of Mike Tyson on my soundboard the other day because I ended up down a rabbit hole watching Tyson interviews after this. And I came across the Lennox Lewis one. Or he's calling out Lennox Lewis, talking about, I eat his heart, I eat his children. I'm a warrior. I'm Alexander. Oh, my God, the best. Mike Tyson's the fucking best.
He's going to eat him alive.
That's like, if there's one athlete I could go back and just watch their prime, that might be Mike Tyson.
He's scary as hell.
Guy was electric. He bites off Holyfield's ears, and there's cops that are scared. They're shaking with they're trying to arrest Mike Tyson, who's just got boxing gloves on, and they're like, I don't know how to go about this. It's like, you're a trained officer. That is one human. You have a gun, and you're scared of that guy.
He's terrifying.
Yeah,
Bill's going Paul.
Never.
But if they were the same age,
he curb stomped. It would never be. This fight would never get made if it was prime Mike Tyson.
No one want to fight Mike. That's all I got. You got any last news and notes?
We're gonna have to hook Evan up there.
Yeah.
We'll let you know. I don't think I got anything else here, but the thought of ever stepping into a closed area with Mike Tyson just shakes me to my core.
Yeah. Evan, we need more subscribers to get to the super chats before we can even get to them. We appreciate it though. We appreciate
share it out. That's how you donate to the show.
Yeah,
get some people in here. We would appreciate it greatly.
Last thing I got is don't forget to check out Stone Sports Podcast doing the Twitch.
Yes, sir. Slowed down a little bit lately, but we're getting back into it. Doing some finals. I might go stream actually right after this because I think an update just came out on my game. So we'll see what's up.
I might be doing a couple of episodes of classic armchair commentary and publishing the podcast out here a little bit.
Let's go.
Newsletter? A newsletter will be out Friday and then again on Monday. Or Friday and then Wednesday.
All it takes is an email. Sign your friends up.
Yeah. That's it for us. I appreciate everybody who's jumped in to take a listen to us tonight. If you got any thoughts on Tyson Paul, trade deadline, MLB, let us know in the comments. Follow us on the socials. WrestleMania's around the corner. Don't forget to check us out. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, share it out with your friends. We appreciate each and every one of you. Stay safe. Deuces.
Peace.